What is up, everybody? It is Stick Figure here, and today I have something I am very excited to share with you. I am sure everyone by now has gotten some sort of ad for the new shopping website TEMU or TEMU. I've heard it pronounced both ways, and it's kind of like a competitor to Wish, which is everyone's online favorite website to buy weird, cheap stuff. And so far, I've ordered a couple things on TEMU, and I've been pleasantly surprised. So, you know, me being a big AV collector, of course, the first thing I had to go and do was look up microphones. So what is any audio engineer's holy grail? Well, that would most likely be, for most people, a Neumann U87. So what did I do? I searched on TEMU for U87, and lo and behold, they have one. So of course I ordered it, and it was only $32. I mean, hey, if it's even half as good as a regular U87 from Neumann, that's a hell of a deal. that's a hell of a deal. And so here it is. It has arrived, my new U87, and it is apparently a scary. That could be it. It could be scary professional microphone. That's all it says in English on the front of this. I don't know what the rest of this says. Don't know what that says. Again, professional microphone. All it says there. It is apparently part of Scary's SK series microphone. So it looks like it comes with a hi-fi system technology. It goes from 20 hertz to 18K hertz, and something referred to as the SBS or super bass system. Few issues here. What is a high fidelity system technology? I mean, any microphone, including like a $5 Walmart USB microphone, is likely to be considered high fidelity. I mean, unless you're using some like 50-year-old carbon microphone. Of course it's high fidelity. I don't know what that means. That's meaningless. I find it interesting that it says it only goes 20 hertz to 18,000 hertz. Because, again, if you pick up a $2 pair of headphones from your local Marathon gas station, it's going to say 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, because that's just the range of human hearing. And of course it'll play anything. That doesn't mean it'll sound good. So it's weird that it made the point to say that it was only up to 18,000 hertz. And then I have no idea what a super bass system is. And if I had a real Neumann, I don't want it to be super bass. I want it to be, have a pleasant slope for across the EQ. Very strange, very strange. And I also find it really interesting that nowhere on here does it say U87. No idea. So, without further ado, let's open this up. Oh, there's something else I noticed. I don't know if you can see it here. I'll have better pictures, but that picture is not the microphone I ordered. And that made me worried. So before I started this, I was going to do fresh eyes unboxing, just in case I had to return it in like a certain amount of time. I opened it up. It's not that. It looks like what I ordered, but that's as far as I went. I just wanted to make sure they didn't send me like a wrong box or something. So let's open it up. Okay, so we have some documentation, a product service warranty. This looks pretty professional. This looks something you'd actually get from like a real microphone, and that looks like a pretty decent EQ curve. This is not bad. I mean, pretty standard cardioid directional setup. I find it interesting the polar pattern is unidirectional instead of cardioid, but I mean, it still works, I suppose. Cardioid's not technically unidirectional, but it's as close as most microphones get. Everything else looks pretty standard. Max SPL 130 dB, so that's not terrible. wouldn't do any like snare drums on it. Signal to noise ratio 78 dB. Oh, this was something I was curious about. Does this need phantom power? And boy, do I hope it does. Okay, first thing, it does not say turn on your amplifier. It is TEMU on your amplifier. And you know what? Some bad translation doesn't bother me too bad. Connect phantom power to the microphone. Okay. So it does need phantom power. The rest of this is pretty bad translation. I'll do a scan of it and upload it. It's shockingly bad. I don't know what some of this means. Like, if the dead of the microphone is covered by hand or brought close to the speaker, a howling sound may be generated, period, to prevent this. So that's not too bad, except meant like head. Okay, so that's this. Okay, now like I said, all I did was peek under this just to make sure I had the right microphone, but I didn't touch it or anything. But this doesn't look too bad. This does. So let me hold it up. So we have the microphone, a shock mount, pop filter, and cable. Firstly, what kind of cable did this? It's XLR to 1/8 inch. What a bizarre cable to send. How many interfaces or soundboards, for live use, would need an 1/8 inch? I mean, maybe, I'm sure there's plenty, but how many that could provide phantom power? Is that the standard? It's going to be 1/4 inch XLR. That's super weird. I mean, it is TRS, so it would work. Just strange. All right, so to the microphone stuff. Okay. It's not as heavy as a real U87. I went to college for audio engineering, so I've handled them. But it's got some solid weight to it. It's not bad. Is it actually metal, though? It feels plastic. It feels like it's a real metal body, and it is. That's a real metal body microphone. Not bad. I'm holding up to my light now. It's a pretty small capsule, but it's not terrible either. This may not be a bad deal. It does say U87 on it. How cute. Recording microphone. Can it come apart? Okay. Ooh. What am I unscrewing first? Okay, so the bottom came off. Okay, so they paid for the colored PCB. Very nice. This isn't bad. This is not bad. I wanted to see the capsule, but it looks like I would need to get a screwdriver to get into the capsule. And I don't care that much. I'm not really one to do microphone repairs or whatever, so there, and then it just screws back on the bottom. So, first impressions, pretty good. Full metal, everything. The whole thing is metal. Colored PCB they paid money for. Decent weight. I'll weigh it later. This pop filter doesn't exactly fit it. Oh, actually, it fits it perfectly. Hey, look at that. I could use that. And coming up next on 104.4 The Tub. Okay. So pretty good. 32 bucks, remember. This was $32. Now our shock mount. Okay, this is where they cheaped out a bit. Oh my god, yep. So all the money went into the microphone, which I'm okay with. Totally okay with that. This is 100% plastic. I don't think there's one... No, even... Okay, so the screw going through is metal. But other than that... This is the cheapest feeling plastic I think I've ever felt. But you know what? If the microphone sounds good, I can forgive that 100%. So it looks like pretty standard microphone holder for this style microphone. Let's get it in there. And voila. Cool. And there we are. There we are. All right, well, let me get this on a microphone stand and plugged in and up to some phantom power, and I'll be right back. So just to make sure that we compare apples to apples instead of apples to oranges, I changed out my microphone. The one I had been using for the first bit of this video is my Aston Stealth, which is a dynamic microphone, while the U87 and its clone is a condenser. So I didn't want to compare them. I will, or you can compare the first part of the video to this part now if you would like. But right now I am recording out of my Blue Spark condenser. This is the XLR version, so it goes through my interface and requires phantom power. This is not the USB version of the microphone. One of my all-time favorite microphones. It was one of the first nice microphones I ever bought, and it's my workhorse. I have two of them. I use it more than any other microphone in my collection. I know you see my Aston Stealth more often. That's a more professional mic, but honestly, on my own voice, I think I prefer the Spark, and on my podcast, I use the Spark, not my Aston. But, so this is me talking into it. I'm about, I don't know, what is that, like 5-6 inches from the microphone head, and it sounds good. Like I said, I love this microphone. Now, on to the U87. So this is me talking into that. Hello. And I also am listening to this. Okay, I was a little closer, but there we go. I'm about the same distance. This does not sound bad. This sounds pretty good. I am honestly blown away right now. This is an amazing sounding microphone. I think I might like this, at least, you know, as I'm listening in live into my headphones, so I'll have to go back and re-listen to it. I might like this more than the Blue. Okay, let me get back here. So I am picking up a lot of room noise, which is to be expected. This is a very bouncy room. These are old walls that are thick and real reflective, but that still doesn't sound bad. Let me click behind it. I mean, nothing, no weird distortion or anything. Let me get up real close. Now that sounds pretty good. I am blown away. This is crazy. This is a $32 microphone. This is $32. And then we go back. This is a $200 microphone. This is the Blue Spark. Again, one of my favorite microphones I own out of all the microphones. I have quite a few. I mean, you can see some behind me. And I will, if I were to record any of the other instruments I own in the future, trying this microphone out, I'm going to, is what I'm saying, but that will be a different video. I'm not going to record other instruments with that for the sake of this video. This video is mostly for voiceover work, because that is the majority of what I do. Not that I'm like a voiceover artist, but most of what I do is recording my voice and not an instrument. And I'm a hobbyist on most of my instruments, and I don't think me doing a video would do any of them justice for me playing the instruments themselves. But this is crazy. I didn't know what I expected it to be decent. So going into this, I thought this would be pretty good microphone, especially if it was an actual condenser and actually needed phantom power. It's going to sound good, but this sounds really good. This sounds really good. Now, anybody out there, if this is still available and you have an interface that can provide phantom power and you just want to add something to your collection, try something out, give this a try. It won't hurt. If anything, you have a cool U87 to, display in your home recording setup, but it's going to be more than that. This sounds really good. I think I might switch over to this for my podcast, but I will let you know. You let me know. What do you think between this microphone and this microphone? this microphone, the fake U87, or the Blue Spark? Or did you like the beginning of the video when I was on my Aston Stealth? My interface is only two inputs, so I can't have all three right here, but through the course of this video, you've heard all three. So let me know which one you prefer. I would love to hear. I want to hear your opinions. Again, I can't comprehend this. That's amazing. And that's not me just bloviating and being over exaggerating for YouTube. I'm honestly really impressed. So I am looking forward to doing the proper thing and going back through, re-listening to the recordings and letting that, maybe I'll do a little audio processing, but that'll really tell me what it sounds like. But just right now, listening to it over the headphones, my own voice, I color me impressed. I know I keep saying that, but that's crazy. This is a $32 microphone. It's $32. If you just need another condenser, that's amazing. So otherwise, again, please let me know in the comments what you think. Over the pandemic, I collected microphones that I would just find weird, cheap, old microphones on eBay and order them. So I have a stack of about 6 or 7 next to my desk right now. I would love to do videos on all of them. So, especially because a lot of them you can't find any info on YouTube, and I just wanted to see what other people were thinking of a lot of them, and you can't find much. So that's something I'm looking forward to. But until next time, I will talk to you soon, and if I start streaming again, which I plan to, this might be the microphone you see me using. We will see. But otherwise, thank you for stopping in. See you later. Have a good night. Goodbye. Alright, so I have done a little bit of editing of that video and had a little time to play around with the audio that I recorded last night while doing the initial review. Obviously, this part of the video I'm going to be using only the TEMU Scary U87. I love that name, by the way. It's really grown on me, the Scary U87. But, few things. When I first started listening back to the audio, I thought there was a lot of noise coming from it. I thought maybe it was, a really cheap amplifier causing it to have some noise in it. And that may be the case, but the more I listen to the audio, I don't think that's entirely the problem, or not even a problem. It would appear that this microphone is way more sensitive to low noises than my Blue Spark. As you can probably hear in this video, in this recording part of it, there's a cricket outside of my window, and you probably can hear it. You can hear the fan of my computer, which is underneath my desk, covered, not the computer isn't covered with stuff, but there's a lot of stuff blocking it where my other microphones don't pick that up. This can. That is what I'm hearing in a lot of the audio recorded with this microphone. It is insanely sensitive. It's crazy. It's crazy sensitive. I'm hearing things in my headphones right now that I can't hear with them off that are going on in the room unless I really pay attention. That's kind of cool. So in a weird way, I've gotten even more impressed with this microphone since that recording. Comparing it to the audio of the Blue Spark, that has, just personally a more rounded sound, while this is crisp and, brighter high end, which is interesting because the box said it doesn't go up to 20K, which is fine. That's nonsense noise. I mean, it's not when you're audio editing, but it's not in what you would normally think of when thinking about what you can hear. But it does have a crisper, brighter sound than the Blue Spark, which is funny. I know I've said that a couple times, but it is because the Blue Spark, compared to other microphones I've used, I've always thought of as my bright, sparkly sounding microphone, and now I have this, which is even more so, which is crazy. And I don't know if I love it or it's just okay. So I think I'm going to use this. So I think the next few times I make videos and stream, I may have both, or maybe just this one, and I'll compare it to my stuff where I'm using one of my other microphones. I'll still probably use my Aston Stealth for a lot of stuff, and just because it gives you that, not muffled isn't the right word, but it's not as bright and crispy as a condenser, and it is a more traditional radio sound compared to a condenser, unless you're listening to NPR, which uses U87s, real Neumanns, for most of their entire vocal recording and live sound, which is really odd, but also really cool. I loved when I found that out. But this part of the video, I will be doing a little audio editing and processing, EQ, compressor. I will leave a list of what I used, and just because I want to see, and I think you would probably like to see, what an actual audio edited sound is from this microphone, like you would do anyway when you're doing a vocal recording. But the first part of this video with the Aston and the Blue and this microphone, I am going to leave completely unedited other than levels, so that way you get the raw picture and sound of what they sound like without anything added to them. There will be a limiter on the master output, but that's just so you know there's no clipping. I won't go crazy with it and compress everything to hell. But again, I know I was acting like it last night in recording. I'm still really just, I can't believe this is $30. This is an incredible deal. And who knows, I might put an affiliate link. I probably won't, though, because I don't know how that works. I don't even know if TEMU allows that. So I'm not getting paid to say that, and I'm not doing this to be sensational for YouTube, because I only have, like, what, 112 followers, and I appreciate all 112 of you. But I wouldn't do that even if I had 1 million followers. I would give you my honest opinion of this stuff just because I am passionate about microphones. I love microphones. They're one of my favorite things I own is my microphone collection. So I'm going to, tell you what I really think. And this microphone for $32 is a steal. It's a steal. If you like microphones, if you just want to have one to look at or display that, like, let's say U87, or if you want to record with it, the thing is, it's worth it, is what I'm saying. It's worth more than that. I would not, blink an eye if this was $150 or $200 microphone, if not more. If somebody told me that and handed me it and I heard the recording, so that is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. But let me, again, like I said in the last part of it where I recorded last night, my first initial impressions, let me know what you think. You might hate this microphone, and I would like to know that, because I need to know what to use in the future, and it's not just my opinion that counts. I want to know what you guys think. But until then, I look forward to reading your comments, and yeah, thank you for watching. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.